Alright y'all, what's poppin'? Your boy Vic back again with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about Stylebender versus the Eraser. You already know, I ain't even gotta say their names. I'm gonna say it anyways. Adesanya versus Costa, UFC 253. Low-key a good card. I mean, I thought last week's card was pretty damn good too, but it's a pay-per-view card. Let's just hop right into it. We got several fights to talk about, some low-key bangers too that most people don't know about, so you're about to find out. We got Cadiz, Ibrahimov versus Danilo, Marquez. So first things first, let's talk about Cadiz. Alright, so Cadiz, let's talk about the attributes. 8-3, slight favorite, fighting out of Russia, 25 years old, 206, 6'3", 78-inch reach. And when I was watching tape, well, first off, he lost his last 3 fights. But when I was watching tape, he likes to throw these overhand rights, these real looping ones. He'll look for the single leg, the takedowns against the cage. He wants to fight on the mat. That's where his bread and butter is, or where he thinks it is. But on the feet, he's rather rudimentary. He likes to spam that right hand. You know, when you're in a video game and you don't know any buttons, so you just be spamming the buttons. That's what he do with his right hand over and over and over against a high-level striker. I mean, as you know, he lost his last 3 fights, so I ain't even got to say much, but he doesn't have that very good at cardio. I seen him slow down in the second round, although the first round of that fight was like pretty high grappling, but I mean, that's what this dude likes to do. So like I said, he wants to fight on the ground. That's where he feels he has the advantage. He's going up against Danilo Marquez, 9-2. He's a slight underdog. You might want to check your book for that. I think the line has moved. He might be a bigger underdog than that. This dude's tall. He's 6'6". He's got a 77-inch reach, so he's at a 1-inch reach disadvantage, even though he's the taller fighter. When I was watching tape on him, he likes to throw a lot of feints, but his striking is kind of wonky. It's like weird and unorthodox. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's technically sound. I'd say probably more technically sound than Cadiz, but in my opinion, he's got the better cardio in this matchup, and he's probably better on the ground. He has 4 subs and 4 KOs, so he's pretty versatile in that respect. I'm going to lean Danilo on this one. In my opinion, it's dog or pass. I don't feel comfortable saying that, but I think he has a chance to get a sub here. My guy Cadiz, I don't feel comfortable at all taking him as a favorite, so dog or pass for this one. I'm taking Danilo Marquez versus via submission at some point. I don't know what round, but that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, so let's talk about the next fight. Coming up, we got, who is it? Who it be like? Is Jeff Hughes versus Juan Espino. Alright, so first up, I want to talk about Juan Espino. This dude is 9-1. He's a huge favorite, or moderate favorite allegedly, but he's a pretty big favorite in my opinion. 39 years old, so he's almost hit that magic 40 mark. He's 260, 6'4", 80-inch reach, pretty big inch reach. But yeah, when I was watching tape on this dude, he's got nice feints, vicious overhand rights, good uppercuts, decent top control. He'll ground and pound to set up the submissions. That's where he wants to fight for sure, on the ground. That's his bread and butter too. He'll shoot for double legs when his opponent comes in too fast. And yeah, let's talk about Jeff Hughes. His opponent, 10-3, moderate underdog, fighting out of Ohio. This dude's a younger dude by like 8 years, 32 years old, 254, 6'2", 77-inch reach. So he's at a 3-inch reach disadvantage allegedly. So they both have mutual opponents with Maurice Green, and I think they both beat him. Slow starter, Jeff Hughes, big right hook. He doesn't have the greatest takedown defense. I've seen him getting taken down. It's okay. It's not the best though. He has power in his right hand, so you gotta watch out for that. Throws a few leg kicks and body kicks. He'll shoot for his own single leg takedowns. He's got high-level training partners like Stipe, nice knees to the body, and powerful uppercuts. Overall, I'm going to lean, not even lean, I'm actually going to bet on Espino. I'll probably have him in a couple of parlays myself. I just think he's overall the better fighter. I think he will be able to get it to the ground, and I just think he'll impose his will on him, whether that be ground and pound or a sub. I got Juan Espino, El Guapo, taking this matchup with Jeff Hughes. Alright, so let's move on to the next fight. I don't know which one it is. William Knight versus Alexa Kammer. So William Knight, this dude just earned his contract on the Dana White Contender Series. He's 8-1. They got him as the slight underdog in this matchup. He's fighting out of Connecticut, 32 years old, 206, 5'10", 73-inch reach. And William Knight is a physical beast. If you guys watch the Contender Series, this dude is an animal. He's a specimen. but he is susceptible to knees in the clinch. He doesn't have the best takedown defense. If you watched that last fight, you did see him, getting pretty much dominated until he ended up hitting the dude, was trying to go for a takedown. And we've been seeing this recently a lot, where the guy trying to get taken down is hitting him with elbows from the top, and it knocks the guy going for the takedown out. It's been happening quite frequently, and that's how he got his contract. But in my opinion, Kamer has the more technical striking in this matchup. I think if he can avoid the power of William Knight, William Knight is a powerful dude, and he's always losing the fight right until he wins it. You know what I mean? He has that kind of power where he can just getting picked apart the entire fight, and then he'll just KO you, massive right hand. Or if he gets on top, his ground and pound is vicious. If he does get on top of Alexa Kamer, I don't know that Kamer is going to be able to get him off of him. I don't know that he has that kind of get-up game or that kind of jiu-jitsu like that, but man, that would be tough. Let's talk about his opponent, Alexa Kamer, I don't know. He's the slight favorite, 25 years old, so he's 7 years younger. He's got the height advantage, 6'1", 75-inch reach, so 2-inch reach. What can I say about this dude? He's got 5 TKO or 6. He's 6-0, 5 TKOs, 1 decision. He wants to keep the fight standing. He likes to throw a lot of spin and shit. Push kicks and a plethora of other kicks thrown frequently. He's pretty good with the kicks, like I said. Nice jabs when he throws it. He trains with Stipe and Jeff Hughes. So a lot of these guys are training together that are fighting on the same card. There's a lot of New Zealanders on this card as well. You'll see that, like the entire city kickboxing team is fighting. He's got nice left hooks. He looks for the home run strike in every shot, but he has pretty good cardio. So compared that with William Knight, that cardio is going to come into huge effect. Like if Alexa can avoid the power of William Knight, it's a big if. But if he can, I can definitely see him, getting him tired, William Knight, and TKOing Knight in the second or third round, or even just outpointing him and winning a decision just with more volume. But both these guys hit hard, but William Knight is more of the Barry Bonds type home run hitter. So I'm gonna go with Alexa if he can avoid that hand, man. That's it. If he can avoid getting or getting ground and pounded as well. So this next fight, man, I am pumped. I am so pumped about this fight. A lot of people don't know about this fight. I just learned about this fight, to be honest. But let's see. Hold up. Alright, so we got Shane Young versus, excuse me if I pronounced this wrong, Ludovic Klein. Actually, that wasn't even too bad. I feel like that's correct. So Shane Young, 13-4, minus 200. He's the moderate favorite here. New Zealand, like I said, fighting out of City Kickboxing. This dude's young, 27 years old, 145, 5'8", 72-inch reach. And Shane Young, he's got 6 wins via TKO, 4 sub wins, 3 decisions, and 4 decision losses. So all of his losses come via decision. His most recent loss was a decision loss to Alexander Volkanovski, so that's a big deal. Obviously, he's the current champ. So he took the fight on 8 days' notice, and he took him to a decision. So that's pretty good. He's 8-1 in his last 9 fights. And he's a good fighter. I like Shane Young a lot. I really like what I saw from him when I was watching the tape. But he is heavy on his lead leg, susceptible to leg kicks. He's got good straight right, nice pressure. He'll take the center of the octagon and put a decent pace on. He likes to mix up the striking with some low kicks and single leg to clinch strikes against the cage. He is hittable though. Especially against taller fighters. He's a tough dude. He likes to hang in the pocket. He'll give one to take one. He's one of those. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's entertaining. I'm not a big fan of betting on people like that, but it's entertaining to watch. Like I said, I like Shane Young, but he does have trouble closing the distance at times, and he's got nice body shots. Now let's talk about Ludovic Klein. And man, I never heard of this dude before. Maybe I just missed him or something, but this dude is nice. 25 years old. 155, 5'9". He's the underdog, fighting out of Slovak Republic, Slovakia. All right, so let's talk about him. So when I went to the tape, actually let me talk about how he got his wins. So he's got 7 TKO wins, 8 subs, and 1 decision. And then his 2 losses, he's got 1 TKO loss and 1 sub loss. And so he's versatile. If you got 7 TKO wins and 8 sub wins, you're versatile. You can kind of do it all. You know what I mean? That's a plethora of finishes, a variety. So he's only gone to the decision once, and he has fought the lower competition in my opinion, but he has the power advantage in this matchup. He's a southpaw. He's got a nice jab, decent takedown defense, technically sound striking. There's no wasted motion really in his striking. It's really, really nice. He's got good scrambles and balance, has a nice straight left. He's an athlete. He's got deadly high kicks. If he catches you, it's lights out. Vicious leg kicks, looping overhand rights. We'll mix it up with the body shots, head kicks and leg kicks. Everything from his left side is deadly. He's thrown with deadly intent. Decent takedown defense against non-wrestlers at least. I see this being a pretty much stand-up war between these two guys. I like both of them. I would give the power advantage to Ludovic Klein, and I think his striking is a little bit more polished in my opinion. Like I said, I think Shane Young, I mean, he took Volkanovski to a decision on 8 days notice. That's got to count for something, right? And that was a couple of years ago. So he's improving, and now he's training with him over there in City Kickboxing with all those killers. So with that said, I'm leaning Ludovic. This dude is an underdog currently, but the line has changed. I think he started at like a plus 150 or something, and he's almost even money fight. When I was watching the tape on this dude, I was really impressed. I like him a lot. Like his striking, his takedown defense, everything that I was watching. I only watched a couple fights with him, but from what I seen, I was really, really impressed. I like his power. He sets up his head kicks beautifully. You know, mixes up his punches, takedowns. Yeah, I got Ludovic to win this. Like I said, Shane Young will take one to give one, and I don't think you really want to do that with this dude Klein, man. He hits hard. He hits really, really hard. Everything coming from the left side is deadly, and if Shane Young isn't careful, he could get caught. I'm going to go with Klein via TKO, probably in the second or third round, but you guys might want to look out for this dude. Well, whoever actually comes out of this victorious, you might want to look out for either of them, because I like Shane Young as well. I think he's a really good fighter. But anyways, let's move on. Talk about this fight real quick. Diego Sanchez versus Jake Matthews. You already know. What's his nickname? Is it still the Nightmare? I don't even know anymore. He's changed it up a couple times. He was the Dream. He was the Nightmare. He was, you know, REM sleep. But anyways, he's a heavy underdog, Diego Sanchez. His last fight, you know, against Michael Pereira or whatever, DQ win. 38 years old, 171 pounds, 5'10", 72-inch reach. He's 3-3 in his last 6 fights, with one being a DQ, like I was talking about. He was getting worked in that fight. He's never lost via submission, which is pretty crazy in all of his fights. You know, he's 4 TKO losses and 8 decision losses. So the last fight Diego looked okay in was against Mickey Gall, where Mickey got tired and Diego was somehow able to finish him. But I don't really see a path to victory for him in this spot. We got Jake Matthews, who's 26 years old, fighting out of Australia. 170 pounds, 5'11", 72-inch reach. So the attributes are pretty similar. Obviously, besides the age, Jake Matthews has 12-year age advantage, in my opinion. The younger, more youthful, exuberant fighter, probably more hungry. So he has 2 sub losses, 1 TKO loss, and 1 decision. And he has 7 wins by sub. So that's why I was saying about Diego Sanchez never losing by sub. So Jake Matthews, the Celtic kid, you know, he might be in here trying to get the first and last sub loss of Diego Sanchez's career here. So Jake Matthews, he's lost to Anthony Rocco Martin, not a bad loss. James Vick, not a bad loss. Kevin Lee, not a bad loss. You know what I mean? These are good fighters. So he loses to high-level UFC caliber fighters, and he's got a nice uppercut, good straight right. He likes to throw solid power in his strikes, good grappling, defense, and scrambles and transitions. He might sprinkle a sub, or I might sprinkle a prop sub bet. A sub prop bet on Jake Matthews for this. I don't know what the odds are. I don't think they've released the prop bet odds yet, but the line is just way too massive for me to take Jake Matthews or parlay him or anything of that nature. So for this one, I'm pretty much going to pass. I'm taking Jake Matthews to win. I'm hoping he can do it via sub. That would be awesome to see. And I'm probably going to sprinkle a little something on prop bet for the sub, because I think that he could potentially get it done. He's got 7 sub wins, so we'll see. Diego Sanchez is a dog in there, though, still fighting somehow. So our next fight, we got Brad Riddell fighting, hold on, let me click it, Alex De Silva. This is another one of those fights I'm really actually excited for. I like both of these dudes. Brad Riddell, 8-1. minus 325 favorite, so he's a pretty big favorite. Fighting out of Phuket, Thailand, 28 years old, 156, 5'7", 71-inch reach. So when I was watching him, he's fighting out of City Kickboxing as well. So you got Izzy out there, you got Volkanovski, you got Dan Hooker, you got Kai Kara-France. He's out here training with the best. You know what I'm saying? So he's won his last 5 fights, 5 wins by KO, 3 by decision. Only loss comes via submission. So he likes to work inside, good 1-2. He'll rip the body and throw leg kicks. This dude's a bona fide striker. He uses angles to slide out of the way and counter. Very slick footwork. Good range when striking. Nice takedown defense. When he does stuff takedowns, he likes to transition to the back. And he's definitely got the power advantage over Alex De Silva. Alright, so let's talk about Alex De Silva. So this dude, Alex De Silva, Lico, is a pretty big underdog. 24 years old, 155, 5'10", 73-inch reach. He's got two wins via TKO, 7 sub wins, 1 decision win. This dude's got nice body and leg kicks. He's a good athlete. He can get taken down from the body lock. I've seen it happen. Good grappling defense though. Otherwise, can reverse bad positions when he does get taken down. And he does he is susceptible, or he can reverse getting his back taken. So I've seen him get his back taken, and I've seen him get out of it in some pretty bad positions. But he's not gonna just stay there. A lot of fighters will just stay there, or lay there, or not really know what to do. This dude can get out of those bad positions. This will probably be a striking fight. It's a nice young fighter, but I just think Brad's striking is just on another level. I think it's technically better. I think I think he's got more power. I like Alex De Silva. He's a nice young fighter, but I just think Brad is probably going to outclass him either by decision or TKO. I got Brad Riddell. This is going to be another exciting fight. I'm excited about that one too. That one and the Klein fight, the Ludovic Klein and Shane Young fight. I'm super pumped about this one. And this next one coming up. These 3 are low-key banger fights, and I appreciate these, honestly. So we got Hakeem Dawodu versus Zubaira Tukhugov. Am I saying that right? I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Hold on. I got to get my notes up. I'm lacking. They're all out of order. All right, so let's talk about Zubaira Tukhugov, the Warrior. 19-4-1. The odds are pretty much even. He's out of Russia, 29 years old, 145 pounds, 5'8", 68-inch reach. He's fighting out of AKA as his primary. And man, I am so impressed with this dude. I think I've seen him fight one time before, but I don't know, for some reason, it didn't really register how good he was or something. But so he's got 7 TKO wins, 11 decision wins, and 1 sub win. And he only has 2 decision losses, 1 KO loss, and 1 sub loss. And only loss in last 12 fights comes via Renato Moicano. So take from that what you will. Renato Moicano, super high level, only fights the top of the food chain. And he took that dude to a split decision. He took Renato Moicano to a split decision. So, I'm just saying, man. Anyways, he knocks people out in the first round routinely. That's what he does. He's dangerous, fast, and explosive. He's a great athlete. Nice front kicks to the body. He's worked out with Khabib in the past as his training partner. He throws a nice overhand right, good straight right, covers distance with combination striking, good left hook, nice strike defense, but he is susceptible to calf kicks due to his stance. So he stands in like a real karate type style, like sideways, like almost Wonder Boy, like jumping, hopping in, back and forth. And because of that, his leg is like really exposed. And I just think this dude is going to be a monster. I know he's 29 years old, probably going to be 30 soon. But man, this dude, he has all of the skills in my opinion. He's got, composure. He's obviously training with Khabib, so his wrestling is on point. This dude, although he trains with Khabib, he likes to strike, or at least that's what I've seen from the fights I've seen. He looks like a pretty damn good striker to me. So he's going against Hakeem Dawodu, Hakeem, 11-1, odds even, fighting out of Canada, 29 years old, 145 pounds, 5'8", 72-inch reach. So he's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage here, is Hakeem. And Hakeem has 7 wins via TKO, so keep that in mind. He's got nice size. He's a good striker, hard right leg kicks, which could really come in handy against Zubaira. Remember that the way his stance, and it might even be a path to victory because he throws them pretty damn hard. So I hope Zubaira is watching tape on that, because if he doesn't adjust to that, that could become a real problem. We've seen how calf kicks have kind of revolutionized MMA and become such a deadly weapon, especially recently. So yeah, he could get taken down. He's susceptible to being taken down. He's got a good straight right, good cardio. He keeps up a nice pace throughout 3 rounds. He's a really exciting high-level fighter overall. I like Hakeem. I like both these fighters again. I'm going to edge out Zubaira Tukhugov. I just think he's overall the more strong, better fighter. I've seen Hakeem get hurt before, and I just think Zubaira has way more power than the dude who hurt him, and his striking is better, and he's just a better overall MMA fighter in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that he's gonna run over Hakeem. You know, I think Hakeem is a great fighter in his own respect. I do see Zubaira probably winning via TKO, maybe a decision, but I think that Hakeem's cardio could come into effect, you know, in the later rounds. I've seen Zubaira kind of get tired a little bit towards the end, but he doesn't have bad cardio for himself. I'm just kind of, you know, like edging slightly here. But yeah, if Zubaira can adjust to the calf kicks that I'm sure Hakeem is gonna, you know, be feasting on early, then I think he can really win this. I think he's better overall, but I'm gonna edge Zubaira here. Great fight. I'm super pumped about this one, man. I can't wait. Alright, so the next fight we want to talk about, Caitlyn Vieira versus Sijara Eubanks. Let's see. Alright, so we got Caitlyn Vieira, 10-1, slight favorite, 29 years old, 136 pounds, 5'8", 68-inch reach. She's got two KO wins, 4 sub wins, 4 decision, and her only loss comes via Irene Aldana. So, you know, Aldana's a beast herself, which happened not too long ago. So Ketlen, she's got a nice right hand. She's got power in her right hand, quick jab, technical footwork. She'll head off and cut off the cage, you know, high-level striking stuff. She'll mix up her strikes and takedowns. She's taken down 4 out of 5 of her UFC opponents, and she's got the advantage on the feet, in my opinion. So Sijara Eubanks, we just seen her not too long ago, literally like 2 weeks ago or a week ago or something crazy like that. She just upsetted Julia Avila. She's 6-4, 35 years old, 5'4", 2 TKO wins, 4 decision wins, and 4 decision losses. So she's only lost via decision. She's coming off a huge win, like I said, a huge upset. She fought September 12th of this year, so not even like 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. She's got good control from the top. She's a black belt BJJ world champion, although she has 0 sub wins, which is crazy. She trains under Ricardo Almeida. That's her BJJ coach, so she knows what she's doing on the mat, but it's pretty wild that she hasn't had any sub wins. I'm pretty shocked by that. Her advantage might be on the ground, though. She does land some pretty nice ground and pound when she does get there. I'm going to lean Caitlyn Vieira. I just think her striking is too much. I think standing up, if she doesn't, you know, tire out and Sijara get the best of her towards the end and take her down and ground and pound her or something like that, I just think Caitlyn Vieira's striking is too much. I mean, she was doing pretty well against Irene Aldana in there until she got cracked, you know. But besides that, yeah, I'm leaning Ketlen. Probably be a decision. Yeah, I'll probably go decision. Alright, so next fight. Let's see who we got next. Alright, we at Kai Kara France versus Brandon Royval. Let's see where we at over here. If my internet want to work. There we go. So Kai Kara France versus Brandon Royval. So let's talk about Brandon Royval, the Raw Dog. I didn't even know that was his nickname. That's a funny name. 11-4, slight underdog, fighting out of Colorado. 28 years old, 125 pounds, 5'9", 70-inch reach. So he's got 7 sub wins. It's pretty good right there. 3 TKO wins, 1 decision loss, and 4 decision losses overall. All of them are decision losses. So this dude, after watching the tape, he's a really nice grappler in the scrambles. He's good at reversing positions. Throws a nice high leg kick. Easily taken down, but he's comfortable on the ground. It's where he wants to fight, and he'll transition from submission to submission. He's one of those dudes, you know. If he doesn't get the triangle, he'll go to the armbar. He doesn't get the armbar, he'll go to the omoplata. You know, he gets your back, he'll transition to that. Let's see, he'll attack from the bottom constantly, like I said. And then, yeah, let's talk about Kai Kara France. So Kai Kara France, 21-8, another Aucklander, New Zealand, fighting at a City Kickboxing, 27 years old, 125 pounds, 5'4", 66-inch reach. So Royval's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage. That's kind of big. But He's got elite training partners over there at City Kickboxing, like I've mentioned before. 9 KO wins, 3 sub wins, 9 decision wins, 2 TKO losses, 2 sub losses, and 4 decision losses. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights, and his only loss was to Brandon Moreno. He's got a recent win over Tyson Nam. If you saw his nice victory last weekend, Tyson Nam. And we just saw him start at Jerome Rivera, like I said. So he throws a beautiful right hand off a double jab, and he'll throw some good leg kicks. He's got some really, really solid striking. And overall, Kai Kara-France is a good fighter. Like, he's a really solid MMA fighter. This fight, I'm going to have to lean the experience of Kai Kara-France. I just think this dude is, if he can avoid the grappling exchanges, that's where Brandon Royval wants to fight. If he can avoid the ground and keep it striking, I just think his striking technique is just, he's too technical of a striker. He'll outpoint him. I don't think he'll knock him out, but he'll win a decision in my opinion. So I'm gonna edge Kai Kara-France, but that line is a little bit too big. I think Brandon Royval could be a live dog for some of you if you guys are injured. If you want to fade Kai Kara-France, I don't blame you. All right, y'all, let's go to the co-main event of the evening. We have Dominick, the Devastator Reyes versus Juan Blachowicz. All right, hold up. So we got 12-1 Dominick Reyes, a -260 favorite. Wow, 30 years old, 205, 6'4", 77-inch reach. So he's a tall dude, 6'4". That's pretty big. One second. Let me get my notes up. All right, so Dominick Reyes, he's got 7 TKO wins, 2 sub wins, 3 decision wins, and 1 decision loss. And you know who that came to. The GOAT, Jon Jones. He's got good cardio. He likes to throw a lot of leg kicks. He's got good footwork. He likes to angle off, throw a wicked left hand. He's got great takedown defense. And like I said, he went the distance with the GOAT. He lost a 48-47 decision to the GOAT, Jon Jones. And a lot of people thought he won that fight. I don't know. Maybe you think he won that fight too. So he could already be the champion. This could be his first title defense going against Juan Blachowicz, 26-8. Moderate underdog, fighting out of Poland, 37 years old, 206, 6'2", 78-inch reach. So he actually has a 1-inch reach advantage over him despite being the shorter fighter. That's pretty crazy. All right, hold up. So he's got 7 TKO wins, 9 sub wins, and 10 decision wins. Wow, that's a lot of decision wins. 2 TKO losses, 1 sub loss, and 5 decision losses. So he's got some quality wins. Corey Anderson, you guys remember that victory that he just had recently. He likes to throw several leg kicks when standing. He's pretty good takedown defense and balance. Nice elbows and knees from the clinch. Good straight right and a vicious left hook. Man, I like both these fighters. I enjoy watching both of them fight. I am obviously going to lean Dominick Reyes, the big favorite in this matchup, just from what I've seen with Jon Jones. His 5-round war with Jon just really showed me the level that he's at. Maybe Jon is diminishing somewhat in his later years, but regardless, I thought Dominick took it to him, showed great skills on the feet, great takedown defense. It's going to be a striking war. I just think Dominick Reyes is the better striker. I don't know who has the power advantage per se, but I would say that Dominick is more technical. And with that being said, I think he uses the angles better. And if Jan overcommits on something, he could be in trouble. So I'm going to lean Dominick Reyes, probably via TKO. This could go to decision, but I'm going to lean Dominick to get the dub. All right. And now we move on to the main event of the evening. The last Stylebender versus the Eraser, man. This is going to be a sick fight. This is a style, they always say the most cliche thing of all time, styles make fights, but I mean, it's true. We got 19-0 versus 13-0. We got Stylebender coming in at 31 years old, 184 pounds, 6'4", 80-inch reach. So Stylebender, I mean, what can we say, man? He's got 14 TKO wins, 5 decision wins, 0 losses. You guys know he's a masterful striker. He's lanky. He's a master at range, precision and speed over power, kind of similar to how to Conor McGregor, But this dude is way more versatile than Conor. He likes to use a lot of leg kicks. He's got great question mark kicks. But the thing is that I do worry about with Izzy is, if you've watched or followed his kickboxing career, you've seen him get knocked out several times, knocked out cold by people with less power than you would think, than the Eraser Paulo Costa. So that's my only knock on the dude. Although he's undefeated in MMA, he has been knocked out in the past. And Paulo Costa, you don't want to mess around with this dude. He's a berserker. So I'm just worried about that if he does get caught. But I mean, Izzy is obviously, he's got an 8-inch reach advantage. He's the more technical striker. Like I said, he's a master at range, keeping you at the end of his range, fighting at his range. So if he can, do that, I can definitely see him getting a TKO win. But I mean, he's going against an absolute savage. We're talking about a dude who walked down Yoel Romero and was just the entire fight just in his face. You know what I mean? He's the slight underdog, 29 years old, 186 pounds, 6'1", 72-inch reach. So he is at an 8-inch reach disadvantage. Like I said, he has 11 TKO wins, 1 sub win, and 1 decision win. He's just an absolute berserker. He loves throwing heavy shots against the cage. He loves the pressure fighters. He's not the most technical striker, but I mean, he has obvious power. He loves those body shots, man. He rips those body shots. You rarely see it in MMA, but Paulo Costa really invests in body shots, and he's put away a couple people. Man, their common opponent is Yoel. Obviously, Costa looked way better. I actually went to that fight. Not the Costa Yoel fight, the Yoel Stylebender fight, and man, I was booing my ass off against Izzy and Yoel. Especially when the fight prior to that, the Joanna Jacek Weili Zhang fight was such a banger. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. This fight, I'm definitely edging Izzy to take it via TKO, probably in the 4th and 5th round. He'll probably get it. Hopefully, maybe Paulo Costa will tire out. He didn't really look super gassed against Yoel. I was kind of shocked by that. He had pretty good cardio in that fight. But yeah, I'm going to lean Izzy. So that's going to conclude this week's fight card. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys subscribe and like, man. I'm not even getting no likes and no subscribe. No, I'm just playing. Y'all can do whatever you want. Leave a comment. Let me know if I suck. Let me know if my picks suck. Let me know if you followed me last week. I think we went 11-3 last week. We started off rocky as hell, 3-3, and then we won the next fucking, I don't even know, I'm not in the high math, 8 fights. But yeah, man, it was a good week, good betting week. Let me know who you guys think's gonna win, how, all that good stuff. But until next time, y'all, namaste, and I'm out.